Good morning, GS. Today is Friday, October 22nd. Now, for announcement, we have a Student Council Association that is sponsoring a Halloween costume day on Tuesday, October 27th for Group A. And on Friday, October 30th, that will be the costume party for Group B. Now, you must follow school regulations when it comes to the costumes, and face masks are required. Now, for Mr. Lindsay, the yearbook staff is offering free senior portraits to anyone who signs up in advance. Pictures will be taken during advisory. The sign-up form can be found on our yearbook webpage. Now, if you have any questions, please see Mr. Lindsay in room 273. And finally, for announcements, 10th, 11th, and 12th graders that plan on trying out for the boys basketball team should report with Coach Zahorchak in 113 during advisory today. Now that's all for announcements. Off to Colton for weather.
Thanks, Josh. Friday has a high of 78 and a low of 51 and a 10% chance of rain. Saturday has a high of 55 and a low of 36 and a 40% chance of rain. So bring a jacket if you're going somewhere. Sunday has a high of 53 and a low of 47 and a 20% chance of rain. The weather is definitely getting more fall-like, wouldn't you say? Keep that jacket handy, and now to Jamie for the weekend update.
Thanks, Colton. For any theater fans, tonight's Seton Hills Theater and Dance Team is doing their second showing of the virtual rendition of Hamlet at 8 p.m. The second part of the performance is at the same time Saturday. You can find more information and request free tickets on the Seton Hill website. This Saturday, the National Aviary in Pittsburgh is once again hosting their Halloween event, complete with crafts, gift bags, and all the animals you come to expect. No matter what you do this weekend, remember to stay safe. Thank you. Now on to Tyler for election coverage.
Well, students of Greensburg, the presidential debate last night was pretty interesting, and I'm not just saying that for fun. For one, we should talk about the elephant in the room, the structure of the debate. When opponents were not answering, their microphones were muted. This is a little bit of a controversial decision, but it ended up working pretty well, with candidates being a lot more civil and respectful to each other, not given the chance to interrupt disrespectfully like in the last presidential debate. Topics were answered a lot more clearly, and the whole debate just felt a lot more productive. I personally thought that President Donald Trump and former Vice President Joe Biden were a lot more respectful to each other, which is nothing but beneficial to the United States. Up first, we have former Vice President Joe Biden, who had a very controversial topic, election interference. When asked by the moderator how he would respond to meddling by other countries in our election, Russia, China, and more notably and recently, Iran, Joe Biden responded with any country that was caught interfering with the election of the United States would pay the price, whether they were helping the President Donald Trump or former Vice President Joe Biden. Trump also hit a topic that wasn't talked about in the last debate, and that is minimum wage. When asked what he would do when raising minimum wage, he said that he would leave the decision to the states. His reasoning behind this was that states have different needs, and adjusting the minimum wage accordingly for each state was a good idea. Minimum wage definitely doesn't sound like a bad idea to raise, but doing it this way could be a lot more beneficial due to the coronavirus pandemic hurting the economy. And now for the polls. Biden is down to 50% and Trump has remained at 42%, an 8-point difference according to RealClearPolitics.com. This is the current polling, but this could change, especially after the debate we had last night. But remember, as we approach the election, the real determining factor is the American people's votes. Remember to go out on November 3rd and vote on which candidate you think will give our country a better future. And as always, as young adults, you have the power to change our great country. I'm Tyler Allen.
Thanks, Tyler, on the coverage on that second presidential debate. Now, that's all we have for news today. There's not many more announcements besides regularly washing your hands and properly following the social distance guidelines. Now, that's all for news today, GS. Have a good one.